Happy Slutsgiving.
But is that what you wanted to open it up? Oh, God.
That's it. That's the end.
I had like a thought and a direction, and I don't remember it now, really.
I'm sorry, but also you're very welcome.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think this sets precedent for what's about to happen.
All right, what are we doing today?
Yeah, I should
Bestie.
probably introduce this thing, right?
Yeah.
It's welcome back to the chat. I'm Nolan. This is the reboot. It's a redo.
Woo.
I'm Nolan.
Woo.
Who are you?
God, I'm Amber.
Hi, Amber. I keep touching my face. Why do I do that? I do that a lot when we were recording our old podcast too, the Clocked Out Creature. I wasn't like stressed or anything. It's just like a thing where I'm like, when I'm talking, I just like want to like put my hands in my face. I'm like,
You do that a lot, yeah.
I don't know why. Do I touch my face? That's probably why I got so many blackheads on my nose, because I just sit here and like...
Maybe it's why my face is oozing with dirt.
Probably. There's green slime coming out of my ears because I won't stop touching my face.
God, apparently I do too. I have my blush all over my hand. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, I legit thought that was like a radiation burn or something.
I was like, am I allergic to something else too now?
You touched our Walmart microwave and like got irradiated or something.
It's from the sausage I was trying to light on fire.
Oh, is that irradiated?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
It was when I lit it on fire.
The magnesium popping, it could have been radium. Who knows?
It's weird. I don't think when you light a sausage on fire, it's supposed to like crackle and pop, but I've never really lit them on fire too many times, so who really knows?
Yeah.
I can count on one finger the amount of times that I've lit a sausage on fire, and it was just then. That was it.
And it was me.
It was that, yeah. Initially, we re-recorded this, and there were like 5 people, and it did not work out because everybody wanted to talk, including myself. We all just like wanted to talk, and it just didn't work out. But we had somewhat of a topic or an interesting thing we were discussing, which was like past projects, right? We were discussing that for a little bit.
Yeah.
And what kind of sparked this was the whole idea of rebooting this in general, because I definitely have a thing where I look back at videos I made like not even that long ago, and I'm like, man, that was terrible, you know?
Yeah.
I can't help but look back at the chat and be like, man, that was not good. Even though it was fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was fine. It wasn't that great. I mean, it was an okay podcast.
Yeah, I think it's this concept of like, especially when you take a break from something for a while and you look back at it and you see all the little things that you didn't see before because you've like trained your eyes or even lack thereof to not see those things anymore, just because you haven't been working on it. I do that a lot. Also, like, even when you're intentionally like taking a step back from something, like if you take your painting that you're stuck on, you like don't know what it's missing, and you just don't look at it for 3 days, and then you look at it, you're like, oh, obviously it's that shadow I forgot or something.
Yeah, hindsight is definitely 20/20, especially when you're like me and you hate the sound of your own voice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Do. I was thinking about that just a second ago. Actually, I'm like, I can't wait to die.
I don't hate the sound of my own voice and as much as I used to. I've gotten better. My whole self-image thing, I think, is much better than it used to be. But there was definitely like 3 years ago, if I had like listened to a video I had made like a month back, like I would have like died. I would have been like, I sound maybe everybody's right. Maybe I do sound like Silver the Hedgehog. I'm gonna I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go find a bridge. That was the comment I would get.
You're kidding.
No, so for everyone who doesn't know, my most popular video on my channel is my Sonic Nendoroid video, where I discuss how to tell if your Sonic the Hedgehog Nendoroid is a fake. It's a very good video.
It's iconic.
I'm actually pretty happy with it. But I uploaded it, and I got like I got a couple of comments where people were like, you have a funny voice, and then like one comment was like, you sound like Silver, and I was like, okay, that's fine or whatever, and then a second independent comment showed up that's like, you sound like Silver, you got a high-pitched voice, you could voice like, I don't know, Daffy Duck, and I'm like, Which should be high praise, but at the time I was like, is my voice like super nasally? Like, am I gonna die? Like, what does this mean?
So what I'm hearing is you got cyberbullied.
I got cyberbullied. They didn't mean to. They were just being nice. They were just saying how my voice sounded, which...
They were like, that's cool. And you're like, oh, what?
I mean, it's not like my voice is that much deeper now or anything, but, I mean, you've heard that video, I'm sure. Marlon likes to pull up that video.
Pretty iconic.
Our friend Marlon pulls up that video every time he can. Like,
Every chance.
Every chance he gets, he'll mention, he's like, oh, Nolan, what about your Sonic Nendoroid video?
That's what prompted it last time when we recorded too, I'm pretty sure.
He just like pulls it out. He
God.
loves that video and I don't know why.
It's a good one.
It's so bad. It's not bad. It's a fine video.
It's so bad that it's good.
It sucks
That's
though.
why people watch it.
In that video, I used to be like, hello everyone, it's me. We're going to talk about Sonic toys today. That's what my voice sounded like.
What if, and hear me out. What if the reason it has so many views is because you're a meme in like some other country.
Oh my god.
And they like go to look up the original like meme and it's that video.
And yeah, I just would have no idea. Maybe that could happen. Maybe like I end up like visiting Somalia someday and they're like, it's him! It's the guy!
It's the Nolan
Sonic
McCool!
Nendoroid! And they're all making fun of my voice. They're like, hey, do you like Sonic action figures? And I'm like, and I just got off the plane. I have no idea what's going on. I'm scared. I'm alone.
They all have like
People with my face on their t-shirts.
Yeah, they have like t-shirts and they have like a screen cap of your video on it.
I mean, that's
Oh my
kind of
God.
that's kind of the dream, right? There's got to be an example of that happening with something. Like,
Sure.
isn't that like the plot to several movies where they're like, you're very big in Hong Kong, and they fly like an American dude to Hong Kong, and then like hijinks ensue.
Yeah.
Because the only premise people could think of in Hong Kong is to have them run into like the mob or something. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's the base plot line for the Lizzie Maguire movie.
Isn't it? I think it is.
That's just Lizzie Maguire.
I think it's just what she goes through every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lizzie Maguire, she had like a little cartoon living in her head and like
Don't we all though?
never got that diagnosed.
Oh.
Do you think it was
I
alright?
never did figure it out.
No. Do you think she was alright? What do you think? She's probably just imaginative.
Hopefully.
Sure hope so. I'm super creative. I have little cartoons running around in my head all the time.
She low-key went through some shit though. Like she has a person that looks exactly like her in a completely different country that she knew nothing about. Like,
Is that the premise to the Lizzie Maguire movie?
have you ever seen it?
Once. I remember the end song
So
for some
she-
reason. It's burned into my brain. And I know
It's
they're
burned
in
into
Rome.
everyone's brain.
This is what dreams are made of. Oh yeah, it just choked on my spit.
Let's
Sorry.
not get copyright stricken. I don't think we will. I don't think it was good enough.
That was what, half a second and way off key? Yeah, the
Yeah.
mouse is coming for us.
Yeah, for sure.
He's right here.
right there.
He's watching
He's
over
looking
me.
over your shoulder.
It's funny, as we're recording, there's a Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse toy above my shoulder,
Yes.
just watching us. They're
Looming,
dusty.
lingering, waiting.
They're very dusty.
Anyway, yeah, the whole Lizzie McGuire movie is she like goes on a school field trip to Rome, I believe, or like Greece, I don't know, somewhere over there.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's Rome. But anyway, they go on a school field trip and she like sneaks out to go meet Paolo.
Is his name Paolo?
I'm pretty sure it's Paolo.
Okay. Keep
Cause she
going.
meets
I'm gonna
him like
quiz
on the
you
street
this.
one day and she like sneaks out to go meet him like one night, like to go on the moped around the town.
I remember the moped.
And she like stumbles across this billboard. He like shows it to her or something, and he's like, "Yeah, this person has the same face as you, and they're like super famous here." And she was like, "Oh my god, I could totally like live my pop star dream just for one night." And she like goes and like dresses up as the girl, and like gets recognized on the street and stuff, like as this girl. It's like a pop star, and she goes and performs as the girl, and then the girl comes out and she's like, whoa, what the fuck? And then they like sing together. It's a whole thing.
I feel like I need to watch this again.
I think we should at some point. That would be a good time.
Yeah.
The Lizzie Maguire movie. It's great.
I wish I had more to add on to it. I just like don't remember it very well.
It's okay. I was low key in love with whatever her best friend's name is. Yeah, Gordo. I loved him so much.
Wait, what is the name?
And it's hilarious because he's still my type.
Is he? I haven't seen it. I looked up a picture of him just now. He's got like very long hair now.
Yeah, he's like curly, long boy hair.
Boy hair.
Even
he's got boy hair on that man head.
But no, like if I think about the guy that I'm into right now, like literally, like
it's Gordo.
It transfers.
See,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, I definitely had a crush on Lizzie's friend. I don't remember her name right now.
Me neither. But she always had really cool hair. I remember that.
She did. She was that goth type. Something about
she was hot. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, something about 2000s. Like had like a thing with like goths for some reason. It was like a big resurgence. Mm-hmm. I think it shaped a lot of people's types for that very reason. I should
take that back. You should cut some of that out because I said that she was hot. She's literally a child. So.
I don't know. What do you think about that?
We're still talking about the character because I was in love with the character. Like I have no idea about who he actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like his personality was like everything that I wanted.
Gordo?
Yeah.
Gordo?
I don't know why.
It's like I don't even remember his personality.
He was just like, always there for her and like he was so sweet and like she never noticed it. And I was like, what the fuck? You have this great dude right here. Like
I believe the kiddos nowadays would call him a simp.
Yeah, he was a simp, but like in a good way.
If the way it goes is if you like a girl and you or a guy and you or whoever and you pine for them, you're a simp. That's how it goes these days. You are a simp or you're nothing.
You're either a simp or you aren't.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're either a simp or you're just not into anyone, I guess.
I'm a simp. I'll admit. So are you, though. So it's fine.
Things have gotten radicalized.
We're
all
simps.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't know.
Things have gotten radicalized. The world is in shambles.
Thanks for falling apart.
We're all simps.
Everybody's a simp, or what's the opposite of a simp?
A Trump supporter? I don't know.
Yeah, misogynist?
Well, not even. They're kind of simps for Trump, so.
They'd suck his daddy Trump dick.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm cutting that.
I don't know, a hater?
I guess a hater?
Yeah.
There's another word for it I'm not thinking of.
The monster, I don't know.
Some other slang thing. I don't know what these kids are talking about. They're all riding around on their whippet boards and doing
whippet like the dog
skateboards or whatever. I don't know.
Whippet.
Yeah, they're doing. These kids are on like whippets and
they're riding
speed. Them. Yeah, we used to have Quaaludes back in my.
Quaaludes!
Fucking Quaaludes! God!
Quaaludes!
I fucking love that dude screaming about Quaaludes.
It's
that
so
video
stupid.
so much. He gets louder. He gets so loud that at the end it's like shaking his monitor because he's like hitting the desk thinking about how good Quaaludes were.
I'm so curious now, honestly. That sold me.
I want to try one so bad now because of this man.
Yeah, but we may never know.
No, they
don't exist anymore.
They got discontinued. I think you'd have to have like a chemist like engineer them
like,
for
make
you.
Them, yeah, or like a stash from the 70s.
Which is probably expired.
I'm
so
sure
maybe
there's some buried somewhere.
It's probably like a super Quaalude now. It's probably even better.
It's like wine. It ages and it gets better, yeah.
It's like the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
You have to go find it's like ultimate power. Locked away in like Florida.
Why did we both do the same thing?
We both burped at the same time. Locked away in like some Floridian vault or something. We have to go get all the 7 Quaaludes and become God. Yeah.
That's for sure.
Oh man, I have to try really hard not to talk about Sonic right now.
It's kind of hard when you're surrounded by it.
It's hard. Look at it. I'm a simp for Sonic, I guess.
I can't see a single one. What the heck?
There's Sonics. There's a Sonic right there. Like
there's at least 4 in there.
So many Sonics. It's not even funny. It's probably just a problem at this point. Who really knows?
It's a little bit of a problem. Wow.
Anyways, we were talking about like projects and whatnot. Do you ever have any like projects like that you're like, oh man, I strongly dislike this or whatever? Yeah,
personally,
I don't know. Do you ever have like things you look back on like that you're like, this is terrible?
I mean, the entirety of my community college career. But
All of it? Dang.
not all of it, but there's a lot of stuff from when I was like first starting out in Photoshop that I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
That, or I'm like I used to make a bunch of flyers for like our art club shows and stuff.
Yeah, I remember those.
And like, ooh.
I think I have.
They're not horrible, but they're like, ugh.
Were they like minimal effort usually?
Well, I mean, there were some that I tried on more than others because I had like more time, but most of them were like very like basic, strung together, like BS.
They I have a couple saved. I know I made like one or two, and yeah, it was like schoolphoto.jpg.
Yeah.
Opacity 50%. Text that says Art Club 4 p.m. Then like copyright Nolan McCool down at the bottom or whatever.
I think my favorite one though that we had was probably the one that was your like that painting of a building that you did. It was like a painting / drawing illustration.
I do remember that one.
Yeah, it was really pretty, and then we had like the text on the side, and it like went together really well.
I might have a copy of that one. I think I have some copies of yours too somewhere. I don't know. I'm having a hard time organizing things right now. I'm trying to go through and like take all my stuff and put it in like order, and I'm gonna at some point get a cabinet that's like I can just have everything stored. But I don't know.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun? I'd like to do that at some point.
Could have like a filing cabinet.
I would love that. I would love to have a little filing cabinet where I can go through and be like, what did I draw on June 6th, 2015? And I can go back and be like
flip through the things.
It's boobs. It was boobs.
It's always just boobs.
Oh, man. Yeah. No, probably not. I probably didn't draw boobs.
You should
I don't
see a sketchbook. It's always double cheeked up.
I don't think I've ever drawn a boob or a butt. I can't think of a single example of it.
Not once.
No, I've never drawn a man butt, a woman butt, nothing.
Not even
like
a little
that.
bit.
Not even, no, nothing. Nothing like that.
They're always just completely flat.
I say that, and right now I'm sitting below a bunch of sketchbooks of like...
Probably filled with nudes.
Probably a bunch of them. Definitely like these first like 3 are, because that one is when I was like 15, I think. And
even worse.
Dude, I haven't even shown those to Brenda. I'm like, I cannot bring the synapses in my brain to do it, because I'm like, they're
but
not
it's
even...
not like NSFW,
No.
it's like studies, right?
Some of them are NSFW, some of them are studies, because I was like a horny 15-year-old, but like, it's like I can't...
So all of the studies were NSFW.
Probably, I don't know, it's like I can't bring myself to do it, because I'm like, they're terrible. They're just so dumb, like, to look at it.
They're probably also bad because
They
you're 15.
are. They're really bad. I think, like, not that long ago, like, when we were moving in, I was like, oh, this is my, like, first sketchbook. And I, like, flipped through it, and I'm just like, what the hell is this?
Immediately projectile
Like, what the hell is this? Oh, my God. It's terrible. Yeah. After that, I started drawing more tasteful studies. Tasteful studies.
I think we should look at it after we're done.
God,
I would love to see your shitty drawings.
God, there's so many in there that I just despise. But like, oh man, you know what I just thought of that you reminded me of is in college, we went to me and one of the other art club members went to a portfolio day down in Phoenix at like one of the schools, right? We went to a college and we brought our portfolios, and I thought my portfolio was so cool. And then I found the portfolio not too long ago, and everything is like so bad. Like everything is so terrible. Like I just like can't stand looking at any of them. They're not terrible, but I'm just like, man, here I was like an 18-year-old or like a 19-year-old bringing this thing into like a professional and being like, here I am. Can I have a full ride?
Literally, I feel so bad because we have... doxing myself. Anyway.
Find where she lives.
My address is...
My God, you actually said it.
I know. God, you guys can figure it out. Anyway, so... like, at U of A, we have a portfolio day. And I feel so bad because we have a couple high schools nearby that are, like, magnet schools for art.
They teach magnets. all about magnets. And
Only
whatnot.
magnets, physics.
Yeah, it's all
Only.
magnets based. Anyways.
Just magnets. We have a couple magnet schools. One of them is for art. I don't know about the other one, but one of them is mostly art based. And there's a bunch of high schoolers that come for the portfolio days. And I can only imagine that they get ripped to shreds.
Yeah. I was fortunate. The people there were very nice, which was
Yeah.
good because I think that, I guess, just what's your opinion on
What's
that?
my opinion on
what-
critique?
Yeah, I don't know.
So, I have sat through many a college class. Ones that have really great critique and feedback, ones that have really, really shitty and horrible critique and feedback. / none at all. Even more so going to a university now. What I have learned is that a lot of people don't know how to give critique or feedback, and it's usually just the teacher that does because they've been doing it for fucking 30 years or something.
Yeah.
And so their job is to not only give critique and feedback, but then teach the students how to do it too. And like, it's hard to successfully do that in a semester worth, but sometimes they catch on. It's not necessarily a harshness that you need to give them, but like a push. Like, if you notice something that's like a little off to the eye, or like something, you can be like, maybe if you like improve this a little bit, like if you like change this, like see how it looks, then like that's solid. Like that's gonna help them. But you can't just be like, this is really bad. Like you can't just do that, because then it's gonna discourage them from ever wanting to try. Like it's gonna make them not want to like do it. Because like when you asked about like the logo for like feedback, I like responded to it and like told you like the specific thing that you could like improve, not just like, oh, it looks shitty. Like this fucking sucks, Nolan.
You gave like a legitimate reason. Yeah, which is cool, by the way. Yeah, Amber helped redesign the logo a little bit. We moved the orb.
We moved it.
The orb got moved.
Yes.
Go to my Instagram if you want to see what I mean.
It's about like how you go about it too, because like people need to progress. Like there's always room for improvement. If you're someone who like doesn't take critique easy, I think that you should probably learn how to, because like like nobody's perfect, but like you can always strive to be better than you are right now, and there's always something that could change to like just make you a better person, or like in your work that you do, whatever that may be.
There's definitely room to improve.
Exactly.
You know what thing I wish I could find that I did not like was
What?
The old Billy the Kid restoration project.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
You had to do it too, right?
I don't remember if I did or not.
There's this little photo of Billy the Kid. It's one of the only photos of Billy the Kid, I'm pretty sure. It's just a little photo of Billy the Kid. Anyways, it's super deteriorated and old, and one of the projects is we have to restore him with Photoshop, like make him look good again. And mine, I used the airbrush tool, and he looks like he's made of like wet Play-Doh. He looks so like cheesy, so incredibly smooth. He looks like he just came out of a rock tumbler. He's like, oh, I wish I could find this Billy the Kid, but I think I deleted it after.
I don't blame you.
I just was like, yeah, this thing's gotta be destroyed.
I feel like she might have it, like
might.
somewhere in there.
If she can find
She being our collective teacher.
Yeah.
That teaches all of our classes at the community college.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask her, honestly. I'll bet we could find it.
Probably.
I don't know.
Cause she loved that project too.
She did. She loved giving that project out.
And she was like, guys, this is gonna be really cool.
I think like some efforts were like really good too. Some people did great jobs like restoring it. I remember I found like the gun that he used and stuff, and like used that, and like I was able to like restore his hat and his clothes really well. But then his skin like
Smooth.
kind of like he kind of deteriorated rapidly in a strange some kind of just waxy way.
Oh my god, I found my sketchbook from our drawing class that we took.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, remember when we had to, like, draw every day and, like, you would date it and she would sign it?
Yeah.
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 I found that, and there's such random shit in there. Like, it's so odd.
Oh, man.
Like,
I don't remember I don't remember exactly what years that took place in, but I bet I could dig that up. It
was like...
It was just
It was like
random
2019.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was before COVID.
Mm-hmm. It was just like random. Yeah, boo. It was just like random stuff. Like, I remember I would just like draw like a plant. Or whatever. And, like, it was fine. Like, that's how you get good at drawing, is just drawing random stuff. But you could tell I just, like, didn't care on most of them.
Yeah, it was the whole, like, Bob Bowes-Bell, like, 1,000 drawings. You have 1,000 bad drawings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, is like
great. I love it. I love that whole concept. But like, she took it a little seriously.
Yeah. Are you saying you don't like the drawings you found in that sketchbook then?
They're just so like weird. There's some that are good that I actually enjoy. Like, it's when I stopped drawing in that sketchbook was when I discovered that I enjoyed drawing in pen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, exclusively in pen rather than, like, pencil and pen or just pencil.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. But I tend to do that with most things. Like, I discover that I enjoy it and then I stop doing it.
Yeah.
Or that I'm good at it and then I stop doing it. Like, I don't know why. It might be an ADHD thing.
I don't know exactly how to describe that feeling, but I definitely get that, where I'll get like spurts of energy for certain specific things. There'll be times where I'm like, oh, like sculpture is like the thing I want to work on, and then usually I'll pick it up for like a couple of weeks and like put it down for like 2 years and then go to something else or whatever, you know. It comes in waves. It might be an ADHD thing, I don't know.
I think it might be.
Maybe I have like undiagnosed ADHD.
Who'd have thunk?
I know. Do I act like a person with ADHD? Do I look like an ADHD person to you? Be honest. Do I act like an ADHD person?
I think that it's likely.
It's possible. I feel like most of my family members probably have something undiagnosed.
Because you do have like a lot of special interests.
Like Sonic. Very special interests.
Well, because, okay, so the thing with autism is that...
Wait.
Okay, so the thing with autism is that usually, I'm not saying always, usually it'll be like 1 or 2 maybe like hyper-focused like things that you love for like a long period of time. Like super like hardcore, every detail you will try to learn about that thing. With ADHD, though, it's like a lot of little things that you have like a lot of enjoyment in. Yeah. And like you love bouncing around between those things because it keeps your brain going, and like that's how your brain works. Because it like you can't stay focused on one thing for a long period of time. Yeah. But when you have both...
oh, that's when the magic
happens. When you have both, you get executive dysfunction.
Executive dysfunction?
And you can't do anything ever.
Well, I can do things. So.
Well, I'm not saying everybody, but like that's a thing that happens a lot.
Interesting. Yeah. I definitely bounce around with a lot of things and also like have like very hyper interest in a lot of other things, you know. Definitely for like a while there was like making videos. For a good like 4 or 5 years there it was making videos, you know. But like it kind of like now it's kind of more just like diminished, and I wonder if that's like a sign of something or if it's also just that like I'm a little more grown up and I'm kind of just like this doesn't really matter as much as it used to me.
Yeah, it could be that you just grew out of it. Like you did enjoy it for when you were doing it, right? Like
yeah, I still very much enjoy it. Even the things that I said I don't like, the Sonic Nendoroid or whatever, I still like that. You know, I'm still. I think that my opinion on most things created and. That includes the things that are maybe like not great, like whether it's like a bad movie or like a piece of art you don't like or like a terrible song or whatever. I think the world is generally better off because that thing exists in some way. It's better that you made something and failed than you just like didn't make anything at all, you know?
Exactly. Like, there's so many people that watch that video for actual information.
Yeah.
You know, like...
There's so many people that, you know, like, I'm sure that one day people will be looking at your sketchbooks that you made and be like, this was the start.
I don't know about that one.
This was the genesis before the revelation.
Sure. Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. I mean...
Could be. That's the thing.
There was, like, a bunch of people that, like... I mean, like, Vincent Van Gogh, like, dude was poor. He, like, got, like, no clients, pretty much. He was, like, starving and, like,
really
making
sad.
artists. Yeah. Dude ended up getting, like, shot and killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now he's famous. Did you ever watch that one Doctor Who episode where they, like, meet Vincent Van Gogh and they like take him to the exhibition that has his art, and he like sees all the people that are like admiring it, and he like starts crying. It's so sad.
Doctor Who's another one of those weird little interests, but yeah, like I was surprised not too long ago, I want to say like last month, my mom texted me that clip and she's like, have you seen this? It's beautiful. And I was like this is how I get my mom to watch Doctor Who.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I agree. It is a really good episode. The monster's a little weak, but that ending is beautiful.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Do you ever find that you have like an idea that's pretty big in your head to the point where you never actually get to make it?
Absolutely. The first one that I think about right now is one that I got during my first semester at university. I did, like, it was very close to my heart and stuff, and, like, I'm not gonna explain it all right now, but it was basically this card that I made, and it was, like, a card to my brother, and, like, in response to cards that he had given me when I was little, and, like, it's just the whole thing. But, I wanted to make it, like, gigantic, so that you would have to walk through the card, and it's like the kind that fold down instead of like out like a book. It like folds up. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to make it like gigantic so that it's like a tent size, basically, like a triangle tent.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
So you like walk through it and you like read it as you're walking through.
Oh.
Yeah, I just think that would be really cool as like an interactive thing, but I feel like that's never going to happen because what?
It's such a cool idea, though.
I'd have to use like, I don't know, like cardboard or something. I don't know.
Like
probably
hardwood.
Probably hardwood. Yeah, and like paint it.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to use something incredibly durable for that. I get what you're saying, though. That definitely is a thing. I would love to start doing like animation stuff, but I feel like the ideas in my head won't like the actual animation won't live up to the ideas in my head. And animation takes so long. I'm just like, I'll start it. I'll start it someday, and I like never do. You know what I mean?
The one I'm working on right now, I've had to change it like so many times just because I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
I cannot physically do that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like YouTube is kind of a good outlet for doing that type of like working with that part of my brain without really doing the thing that I like want to do someday. You know.
Yeah.
Not completely, but it still like kind of scratches that same itch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I have fun when I'm able to make videos where I can do like the wacky little intros and outros. That's my favorite part, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody watches them or if they just like skip those parts. I wouldn't blame you if you do. It's just it's usually just like videos I took with like a wacky song that I'm listening to at the time.
Yeah, I at least watch the intros. I don't always watch the outros though, because it's like the end and I'm like looking for another video to watch. But
yeah, exactly.
I almost always watch the intros, and I love your B-roll. You got.
I got a lot of it. Yeah. I haven't taken as much lately, but I got a lot of it usually stored up.
The thing is, with all that B-roll too, like, you could totally make, like, an art video out of, like, certain stuff and, like, put it together and, like, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of my way of doing that, because, like, I would love to just, like, edit a thing that's, like, a feature film length that's just, like, random stuff, you know? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I think it'd be kind of fun, you know? But that way I can kind of get it out in short bursts is why I do it at the beginning
That's true,
of videos. I don't know. It's like... welcome to my twisted little mind, you know? Welcome to my brain.
A little wacky.
Whoa, I got little cartoons running around in my brain. I'm so creative. Look at me. Whoa.
I'm the Joker and I've had too much sugar today.
You know, I'm pretty much the Joker. I'm more or less pretty much exactly like him.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
also
the diabetic version.
I'm very similar to the Joker, Ryan Gosling in Blade Runner and Drive. I'm pretty cool. Yeah.
Just stop messing with my hair. I don't know why you keep touching my hair.
That's your nervous tick, is you like to mess with your hair.
It's
or
actually
something.
not. It's because I cut my bangs recently, and now, like, I don't know, like,
Where
what
to
looks
sit them?
right, or they sit, or, like, what they're
look
doing.
fine.
I know, but, like, I don't know. I need to learn how to not touch them now.
Yeah, I get you. I have a hard time just like, I want to sit there and just like comb the sides of my hair like this, and then my hair gets all crunchy on the sides of my head because I just sit there and like do this.
And pet yourself on the head.
Oh man, there was this kid we used to know that would sit there and like twirl his hair and suck his thumb, and at one point he would just twirl his hair like constantly, and at one point he just went and like ripped out like a pretty big chunk of hair and like looked at it and like wiped it off, and this just like kept twirling his hair, and we were like, okay.
Okay.
Whatever,
Was
kid.
this just like a kid in your class or something?
This was a kid that we like, he was the little brother of like one of the friends that I grew up with. He would just like sit there and do it. We'd be playing like, I don't know, Lego or whatever, and he would just be there watching and just sucking his thumb and like pulling out chunks of hair, I guess.
Wow, that's iconic.
Yeah. He still watches my videos,
goodness.
I think, actually.
I hope that he either grew out of it or found something else to do, because that,
I'm sure he does. He's like
I feel like that's rough.
the dude's like, he's got to be like 18 or 19 now.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely has grown out of it.
Sir-
You know who you are.
Sir, I hope that you shaved your head by now.
Don't shave your head, Nick. You have good hair.
I hope that you don't rip it out still.
Don't rip it out. It's good hair. It's good hair. Shave it or nothing at all, I guess. I don't know.
Shave it or nothing.
Shave it or leave it. You gotta decide. I don't know.
Anyway.
Do you have anything else you want to add to the end of this?
I don't know. Did you have any other stuff you wanted to talk about, or?
Not at this point.
Alright, well,
I don't know.
if you like this, click like and subscribe, and yeah.
Should I do that? Should I
No.
be telling them to do that?
No.
No.
Just we'll see you next time.
Yeah, I don't need to tell you guys to subscribe
Yeah,
or
like,
like the
obviously
video.
if you want to, you will. You might already be subscribed, and if not, that's okay.
Maybe there's someone who legitimately forgets that you can like and subscribe on videos, but like
If you're that person, you should like and subscribe.
But I think that most people understand how YouTube works. You know what I mean?
Probably. Unless you're
I feel like
someone not from here, then I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like once you get to the point in the video where people are telling you to like and subscribe, you're just like on to the next one. Like,
Yeah.
there's,
Goodbye.
oh my god, it's so like funny. I am so tuned to knowing when people shift from their like regular voice to like their YouTube ad voice.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching like a Wendigoon video the other day. Have you ever watched him?
No.
He does like scary stories and true stories and stuff.
maybe then.
But he started talking and he's like, today we're going to be talking about like the Appalachian Mountain Lights. You know what's not scary? And I just like fast forwarded like 2.5 minutes and then like got to the end and Brenda's like, what the hell was that? And I'm like, that was all him talking about like cereal. He was just talking about like cereal product placement. I promise you. Like,
No, it's not scary. Fruit Loops. Today we are sponsored by.
I skipped forward exactly 2 minutes, and then it was him going, and we're gonna get back to the video, but as always, thank you for watching, and then it went back to his regular video.
Wow.
I know when it's happening. You can hear it. You can hear the microtonal shift or something.
Yup.
There's some instinctual part of our brain that knows when an ad is coming on. Hardwired
We just
in
feel
there.
it.
Yeah, you can feel it.
That's what happens when you've been on the internet since literally like the 6th grade.
Yeah.
You just know.
Yeah, you know. Anyways.
Anyway.
Thank you for being here, Amber.
Thanks for having me.
You have to
Good
go
time.
now, I'm afraid.
Sorry, I'll leave. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll see ya.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and smash that like button.
And smash that bell.
Follow me on Bandcamp and SoundCloud. Okay.
And Apple Music.
Yeah. Until next time, whatever.